Hello everyone, my name is Siti Najwa Hadamiti Mansha and I will continue for my part about the introduction. So first, there are many cases of suicide due to life stress faced from year to years. So the pressure faced by a teenager is related to the study, relationship with friend or problem with a family. Mental health is a state of well-being in which is an individual aware of or her ability to cope well with stress. Mental health can be affected by socioeconomic problems, change in environmental conditions, stress at work, and physical illness. So therefore, to achieve a well-being in life, health play a very large role. So good health can produce productive and competitive individual and have a positive impact on society and the country. So mental health is an expression of emotion and symbolizes the ability to adapt to various pressure. So motivation can stimulate mentally to encourage a person to do work and daily routine in a good condition. So let's continue about the background of the study. So, what is research? Research is one of the systematic, logical, empirical, and scientific process carried out to solve a problem. Research is a systematic because the process is organized. There are rules and to conducting the research. The rule involves the determine the procedure to identify and define the variable as well as the choice in the studies designed to study the variable. Mental illness faced by an individual will have to a great impact of physical health. The effect can will be seen is the disruption of the body immune system because people with mental illness usually lack appetite. So one of the study conducted showed that university students experience higher psychological stress than the general population. So the pressure is caused by the new challenge students face in adjusting to university life.
So in problem statement, there is depression. According to Carrillo 2014, depression is a major mental health issue globally due to its high prevalence estimates, challenging treatment and rehabilitation and disease essence. Next in problem statement, according to Sarukani on 2013, depression considered as one of the 4 serious diseases. And according to the World Health Organization on 2002, this happens as a result of the greatest hardship that humans, family members, or community bear. In problem statement for behavioral models, human nature is not related to inner intrusive thoughts, suppression, or challenges collected in the form. So this is because behaviorists were concerned with their internal ones or directly observable and quantifiable behavior. Also, behaviorists considered them comparatively completely pointless to the method of changing behavior or too challenging to quantify with any accuracy. Last but not least, for problem statement for the depression effect, according to Buchanan on 2012, people who have depressions are more likely to experience diabetes, leukemia, heart failure, and vascular dementia. So next, according to Wiseman 2004, sensitive and mental stress strain can also greatly affect an individual's decision to binge drink.
For chapter 1, for research questions. First, what segment contribute to the development and identification of poor mental health in a student? Second question is, do self-compassion intervention reveal success in treating young people anxiety and depressive symptoms? And the third question is, do media such as video game, movie, and music help to provide a pupil can release pent out emotion in order to be a more mentally healthy? or do they make people more violent, angry, and afraid? Next is research objective. Research objective for the first is to produce knowledge that can guide the development of better prepared prevention, therapy, and rehabilitation service for all students in mental health policy. And the second objective is to investigate the connection between student mental well-being and their awareness of and utilization of campus mental health resources. And the third, to ascertain the level of student physical and mental health in Malaysia.
Scope of study. This study focuses on mental health issues among students. Mental health issues have a negative impact on everyone, especially students. It is not only interferes with daily life but also affects health. There are few ways to prevent mental health issues that occurs among students, such as get a good night's sleep, eat well, being active, and others. Focusing on mental health care can boost productivity, improve our self-perceptions, and strengthen bonds with others. This study aims to get an idea of the real situations about mental health issues among students.
Next, definition of terms gives readers an understanding of the concept or factors that will be discussed throughout your study. The summary is people should be aware of the consequence of mental illness and give supports to keep the mind healthy. Symptoms and signs of mental health can arise as a result of physical, social, and environmental stress. The risk of mental illness is higher among those with a family history. Among the common symptoms that indicate inspired mental health are a hot temper, difficulty sleeping, loss of appetite, weight loss, and lack of enthusiasm. However, preventive measures should be taken so that it does not develop into a mental illness.
Introduction Chapter 2. A significant number of the kids are experiencing mental health concern, and according to a study done in recent years, there are more and more instances of kids being given a mental health diagnosis. And one in the four students in the US has a mental health issue, according to a report by the National Alliance on Mental Illness. For the short term is NAMI. University counsellors in the UK have noted an increase in the number of students battling mental health concerns. And the last, the state of kids' mental health is crucial because it influences how they experience school.
The dependent variable is expected to change as a result of experimental manipulation of the variable or independent variable. An antecedent of dependent variable is affect the relationship between the two variables or may only affect separately without it being a direct relationship between dependent variables.
So about this part, about the healthy lifestyles. So Malaysia, a youth a mental health problem need to be overcome by practicing a healthy lifestyle such as balanced diet, drinking 8 glasses of water a day, not smoking or drug, and exercise 3 times a week. So beneficial of physical activity can contribute to mental balance and a contributed state of well-being to better achievement. to avoid a depression, it's necessary to practice a balanced diet such as eating balanced meal with lean protein, plenty of fruit and vegetable to reduce high sugar and high fat food and processed foods. Exercise also can help in the treatment and prevention of depression because it has a beneficial effect of the central nervous system. According to a study, people who suffer from insomnia actually have a 10 times the risk of developing depression than those who can sleep better. So maintaining a health rate is one way to prevent depression from occurring. So obesity can result in low self-esteem, especially from their criticism and ridicule of others, which can cause depression and mental health problem in the individual. Okay, about the moral support. Actually, depression is a serious problem in today right now. Because it can affect every aspect of life and can lead to a success. Individuals suffering from a depression will not be able to work, and this will affect to employers. So the openness and positive of the community towards a patient with a depression will provide support and help them to manage their life. So we have to having a strong support system from loved one is important as the closest person need to provide a moral support to a depression patient. So stay in touch with a close friends and family. Always invite them to social events and find them to new hobby. This can reduce the stress they face. Okay. Initial steps should be taken by seeking a medical attention as soon as possible if experiencing symptoms of depression and persistent anxiety to prevent a bad thing from happening. So social support and community is very important to accept them will help them to continue life challenge because they are still loved and given a full attention. So about this one is dealing with toxic people. Toxic people is someone who brings a negative and discord into a life through their action. So we need to be friends with people who always think a positive because the path of a good feeling can increase the ability to rise from a stress and think flexibility and even fight a disease. You know what? Toxic people actually always damage our mentality and weaken from self-confidence through the unsupportive attitude. So when toxic individuals see our efforts towards a good and a positive potential, they are the most no likely to mock and scold us. So we have to believe. So we have to believe in yourself and don't always let yourself be a bully and forgive often but not to a toxic people. Set a certain boundaries between a toxic individual for extreme behaviors. So we must show firmness and stand firm and dare to rebuke directly what is wrong with their behavior.
To explain about the relationship between practicing a healthy lifestyle and prevention of mental health issues. A healthy lifestyle is meaningful not only for physical well-being, but also for psychological and mental health. This is according to Greg Wales. And also, for students succeed in academic studies, get fit, active, and have a positive social life by starts with getting enough sleep. Also, students should take care to allow for some recovery, healing, and rehabilitation. Take a break from technology and spend more time in nature. Also, do an exercise or a healthy lifestyle is approximately as effective as traditional psychological therapies and antidepressant medications, according to Legal L 2012. And mentally and physically healthy can help students so that they must apply a healthy lifestyle for the rest of their lives. In relationship between give a moral support and prevention of mental health issues, attend in person or physically available, although if silently, can actually express that you care. This is because, according to Dr. Gabriela Sedan-Rodriguez, she explains that make sure your assistance is needed and calming. Also, according to Michelle Fairley, and therapist or life coach, being fully present or offering complete attention to another person is a lovely way to provide moral support. And this is possible to keep students from developing mental health problems, and because someone's moral support may have made it easier for them to go about their daily life or increases self-esteem. Last but not least, having a support system, as stated by the American Psychologists Association, aids in dealing with stress.
Relationship between dealing with toxic people and preventions of mental health issues. Toxic people can make mental health issues occur among students. It can lead to feelings of consciousness or distance you from others who are actually beneficial to you. People who are toxic can lead to a lot of tensions and unpleasantness. It also includes discomfort, either bodily or emotional. Several ways to eliminate or stay away from toxic people are: first, put distance between you and the toxic person. Second, spend more time with positive persons or family members.
The summary is we can conclude that considering the challenges that students face as they learn themselves into allied professional make it simple. A person's contributions to the world outside of him and to his work originate from the inside out and result in mental health and inner serenity. Students' mental health is protected by having high levels and desire and thinking positively about their potential professional accomplishment.
So population and sample. Population is, according to this study, mental health a problem mostly occur among the university students compared to other people due to the several other factors. Therefore, the population for this study is focused on students of University Malaysia University Malaysia Kelantan, Pekalan Sherpa at campus Kota. So the sample is a set of the population studied to the number of participants of observation include in the student conductors. So we recruit several University Malaysia Kelantan student representative at the city campus in the course hospitality, tourism and wellness program. So let's get to know about the sampling technique. Sampling technique is selecting individual member of subsets of a population to make a statistical inference and estimate the characteristic. So this research is a probability sampling because we selected based on the student of University Malaysia Kelantan Quarters campus according to the selected course. So this study will analyze the relationship between the Muslim student and the issue of overcoming mental health problem. So in analyze student and the mental health issue is necessary to measure the accuracy of research result.
The data is sourced from subjects included in the research experiment and focuses on the topic. The instrument used have various roles to help conduct quantitative, qualitative, and mixed studies. If create an instrument, as in a survey, the better likelihood that someone else can repeat the study for authenticity. The data is sourced from subjects included in the research experiment and focuses on the topic. The instrument used have various roles to help conduct quantitative, qualitative, and mixed studies. If create an instrument, as in a survey, the better likelihood that someone else can repeat the study for authenticity. Refers to the consistency of the measurement, to the accuracy of the measurement. The study conducted a readability test through data collection. The reliability of the instrument refers to the strength and consistency of the instrument developed. In checking the validity of the questionnaire, the supervisor is very carefully consulted other than subject expert, which is academic expert, and modification and replication on previously received research have been reprinted, combined, and deleted.
For data analysis refers to the systematic usage of statistical and logical methods to clarify and illustrate, simplify, rediscover, and analyze information. The goal of data analysis is to extract valuable information from the data and take actions based on that analysis. In this research methodology, there are primary and secondary technology. In data analysis, in this study, the researcher employs the Statistical Package for Social Science, or SPSS. SPSS is a collection of software programs that have been merged into a single package, and this data can be used for market analysis, questionnaires, and data gathering. Researchers can immediately realize market sales volume and adapt their strategies accordingly, and this program could indeed efficiently handle and operate data with the help of some techniques. Also, these methodologies are applied to different data variables in order to determine, transform, and start generating a distinct pattern. In descriptive statistics, this is used to explain the fundamental characteristics of the information being analyzed. This includes a summary of the analysis and the actions taken. Also can be formed the foundation of almost every quantitative research along with simple graphs and tables. This must be utilized to focus on providing observable based on fact interpretations, and also condense a great deal of information into concise definitions. Also, the information gathered is analyzed using two main methods, which are descriptive analysis and inferential analysis. It also enables researchers to gain a thorough understanding of the investigation or data set, as well as more information about the details required to put the data into context.
Reliability test. Reliability is the consistency of a series of measurements or a series of measuring instruments. The dependability of the questionnaire has been evaluated using reliability analysis. The measurement will be taken to be accurate if the same result can be accurately achieved using the same techniques under the same circumstances. Respondents may be asked to complete the same survey on the knowledge of the factor of mental health issue among students 2 times a week so that the test result can be compared to evaluate the consistency of the scores. Comparison correlation. Correlation is a statistical metric that shows how much two or more variables vary in respect to one another, with little to no control over unrelated variables. Correlational analysis is a type of non-experimental study in which the researcher examines two variables and looks into statistical relationship between them. One of the crucial analyses that measure the strength of linear relationship between the independent variable IV and the dependent variable in the Pearson correlation analysis DV.
For a summary, Chapter 3, the demographic sampling, research tool, data gathering, technique, and study design are covered in this chapter. And second, this study used quantitative data to conduct an evaluation. The link between the independent and dependent variable was discovered. And the last, all of the variable have a positive link based on the confidence value. Lastly, draw conclusion and describe them along with the descriptive analysis limit and recommendation for a further research. Thank you.